one into wrap text so I can see the whole header. That's an Excel trick. But actually, instead of me showing you all the things I like to do, let's go back to the downloaded folders. What I did for you is I actually did some scrubbing of this data set, and you can find it by looking at the CA images, the one that is an actual Excel spreadsheet. And just for a piece of advice, when you do get our CSV file, that stands for comma separated values. So when you get a CSV, when you save it as Excel, because then you can keep a hold of all your color coding and anything else that you do. Otherwise, when you save it, all this stuff will disappear. So what I've done is I've gone through, you guys can open this one, you have this on your, I downloaded it on your desktop. So what I did is I went through and actually went, Neil, to that new section called conditions, which for this one is on starts at row AN-ish, yeah. And what you can see, I'll get rid of this, is, let's see, condition problem. A bunch of kids, oh, here they go. The first problem, everybody got. So notice it doesn't have anything. Remember, in the study, everybody got the first problem, so there was no folder that they were in, nothing, no choose condition. Then we've got these scaffolds. You always get these scaffolds that come with the problem, if at least one of them had a scaffold. So somebody had a scaffold, so that one, these are pretty ignorable. And then we look at this column, and this column, we finally get our kids put into condition. Now, I don't know why these three didn't get it, but these ones, if we look at it, it says Learning Phase Group A, no images. So that's the name of the section that you built in the problem set. So now we know that this student ended up in Group A. These ones we don't know from this column, and Young is trying to figure out how to fix that. As you just heard from Neil, this came out last week. This one, these kids went into Learning Phase Group B. Now, the better you name your sections in your original problem set, the more this will be useful to you. Right? So this data is just a dump, and it's just telling us what happened. And so you can label things and make sense of going back and forth between the two. And then this one. And then as we go over, I think it goes into other sections. But this one is a very simple problem set, so it doesn't have. Sometimes you can have a folder inside a folder inside a folder, and that will get represented when the student gets to that problem. It'll show you which folder they were in your problem set. Cool, huh?
Very cool. We didn't realize we had done this.
Yeah. We needed to get it done for today. Yeah.
So why, I'm sorry, but why are some rows the learning phases across all the columns, but sometimes it's blank?
I don't know. So these learning phases that are blank?
No, like the ones, like the 2 rows below that where it's present.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
This kid might have quit, and we can tell that over here under problems correct. Yeah, this student quit. Because when I'm looking now at the correctness section, on whether they got those problems right or wrong, they have a dash, so that student just, that student didn't keep going. But answers to those sorts of questions involve looking at some of the other data. And these data come in these big chunks for everything you want to know. And that is kind of shown, you can sort of see that here. If you go down past the initial things, the last set are these ones. And so after this initial stuff about the student, you get to these ones, and it says 1 through n. So you're going to see the condition for the problem for all the problems in the problem set. There's n problems. And then you're going to get the correctness for all the problems, and that's going to be a big chunk. And then you're going to get the answer text for all of them. Then you're going to get the original problem, whether they got it right or wrong, or whether they got the original problem, and so on. So it gives you all this information. All right. So now you've seen it. That's it. Those are the, I'll get to, if I go back. So that's the green, you make a problem set. And once students do it, it's gonna give you that data, and it's gonna look like what you just looked at. So that's kind of the big story. And now we're gonna have Candace explain what she did. While she's getting set up